What's up, guys? This is the Being Beautifully Honest podcast. Thank you so much for joining me for this conversation. If you can't hear the noise surrounding me, I am behind the wheel as I am recording this right now. It's really early in the morning. As you guys know, I am a business owner and I just got to get it in where I can fit it in. I am not a full-time content creator. Much respect due to the full-time content creators because it's just not what I do at this time. Not sure if it's something I will ever do, but when my spirit leads me to speak on a subject, I just have to do it when I have the time to do it, and now is the time. So what I wanted to talk about today is, all of this stuff that's going on in the media with regards to Dwyane Wade and his child. There's so much that is being said, but I don't really hear a whole lot of people talking about this. I'm not even going to talk about the child's sexuality or identity because that's just a subject that I don't feel the need to address, at least in the public eye, because my opinions really don't even matter regarding the child because it is not my child, neither it is anyone else's child, but Dwyane Wade's and Siouvaughn Wade, not Gabrielle Union. So this is the thing that I wanted to talk about. There are so many people that say, oh, Gabrielle Union is so strong. She's doing what's in the best interest of her child. But here's the thing that people aren't saying, at least I'm not hearing anyone say this. This is not Gabrielle Union's child. This is Dwyane Wade's and Siouvaughn Funches Wade's child. Yes, Dwyane Wade decided to divorce his wife in a very public and humiliating manner. He got full custody of that child, and I guarantee you that if he was not Dwyane Wade, he would not have gotten full custody of his child. I'm not here to say that men do not deserve to have full custody of their children because, to be honest with you, there are so many instances, at least that I have either heard about or seen in my lifetime, where they don't even give the father the opportunity to have custody, even joint custody of their children. All they care about is that father paying child support for that child. And I have a huge gripe with the child support system, but I'll talk about that maybe in another podcast if the spirit leads me to talk about it and address it, because I see so many errors in that. And if I really share my opinions about a lot of that, then some people may feel like I'm a woman hater, even though I'm a woman, but I'm not. But what I am here to say is that the courts favored Dwyane Wade, and there's a lot of stuff that went on in that situation, not just because he had the money, but a lot of it was because he had the money and the fame, and things went in his favor. His ex-wife was arrested for violations of visitation because she returned the child late, but he wasn't penalized for delivering the children late to her. Like, it's just a lot of double standards where it involves the justice system. And we know that the justice system is not a fair system. It really is about the money, whether it is child custody issues, divorce situations, criminal, situations. Let's, be honest about it here. But people are just putting Gabrielle Union and pitting her as the mother of this child, and she is not this child's mother. She is, yes, a step parent, and there are some step parents that, they love to say, oh, well, this is not my stepchild, this is my child. Yeah, you have the right to love the children with all of your heart, but you do not replace that child's birth parent. You just don't. There is no rhyme or reason that anyone could share with me that would justify the media and so many outlets out here and people that are calling this child Gabrielle Union's child. This is not her child. She did not give birth to this child. She did not even give birth to the daughter that they now share, but apparently she was not able to conceive, so they went about a different route, and more power to them if they have the money to do that. But she cannot continue to be called the mother of this child when this child's mother is still alive. She still has visitation with her children. She loves and cares about them very much. I wholeheartedly believe that. And people are negating that. They are just dismissing this woman, and they are calling this child Dwyane Wade's and Gabrielle Union's child. This is not her child. And I don't believe that any of this stuff should be going down in the media. In the media. Granted, I have my thoughts on, whether it should be going down at all because of the child's age, but none of this should be going on in the media. And here's another reason why I say that. If you guys know or not, Dwyane Wade had a gag order issued upon Siouvaughn Funches Wade. So she cannot talk about pretty much anything that involves him, their family, any of these things. And the reason may be because there was a very explosive multiple series interview that was done with Siouvaughn Funches Wade and her mother, and I believe a guardian ad litem, and and some other people that know the situation very closely, where it involves their marriage, the relationship, the family issues, and the ups and the downs, the trials and the tribulations, the smiles and the struggles. And he did not want her to talk about anything. He did not want her to be on the Basketball Wives franchise. And, I can understand that, because honestly, the Basketball Wives franchise is a messy franchise. But even Shaquille O'Neal, he softened his heart because Shawnee O'Neal is the executive producer and one of the stars of the show. And I don't watch the show. I used to watch it years ago, but I've seen clips of it, and he's even softened his heart to where he's been on, I guess, some of the episodes because, I don't want to say because, but he's been on some of the episodes. So to have a gag order issued upon his ex-wife where she cannot talk about things in the media, but they are doing a press tour and professional photography released on social media and in magazines and these different media outlets. I believe what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If he can do it, why can't she? If he can talk about all of these things in the media, then why can't she share what her thoughts are on everything? And not only that, just because he has full custody of the children did not take away her parental rights. They did not take away Siouvaughn Funches Wade's rights to be a mother. They did not declare, you are no longer this child's mother or your children's mother. Now, Gabrielle Union, the current wife, is now their mother, and you are no longer the mother, so you no longer have any rights towards the children. I just don't understand that, because even when, let's just talk about the general child support and child custody arrangements in family courts, okay? A mother could have full custody of the child. I don't know a whole lot about the child, the family court system, because I was a legal assistant for 12 years ago. I never worked in the family courts, but I did work in law firms where they did handle family court issues, and I know every state is different. But even when a parent has full custody of a child, let's say that parent that has full custody wants to move to another state, they would have to get the court's approval to move, because that parent that does not have full custody, they still have visitation rights, and you can't just move without the court's approval, and the court would decide whether that move is going to be a benefit for the child, because it's all supposed to be what is in the best interest of the child, okay? So the court has to decide whether that move is going to be a benefit to the child or a hardship to the child. So even if that parent that has full custody got an amazing job opportunity, they still would have to get the court's approval before they could just take that job and move, because if it is going to be a detriment to the child where that parent would not be able to easily keep their visitation rights with the child, so that that parent that does not have full custody can still be in that child's life on a regular basis, then the court could deny it. So making a decision with your child's gender identity, shouldn't that be something that the other parent has a say in as well? And not only that, the child is a child. This child is not 18. You know, there's so many different laws with regards to how old a child can be before they can consent to having sex, or it could be considered statutory rape, because, you know, the courts can say, well, that person really does not understand the gravity of everything, so they are not of age to really make decisions whether they can consent to having sex. That's one. Drinking alcohol. You have to be 21 and over to purchase and drink alcohol. You have to be 18 and over to serve in the military. You have to be 18 and over to purchase tobacco products and smoke. So, I mean, there's so many different things with regards to age, okay? So, you mean to tell me that one parent, when the other parent is still alive, still is deemed a parent, they did not take away or strip the parental rights of the parent, they just gave the other parent that had more money and fame full custody. You're going to allow this one parent to make a decision for their child, when I'm just going to be real about it, guys, and don't come for me in the comments because I'm sharing my opinion, but this child is still a child. I'm not saying that this child is not going to change its mind when they get older, but they may. We go through phases in our lives, and with the world that we live in today, a lot of people are going through phases a lot earlier in life than some people may have ever, because we are just exposed to so much more these days now, and that's just the truth. Whether you want to believe it or not, in this day and age, people are exposed to so much more earlier in their lives than a lot of people ever were when they were in the same age range. So I just don't agree with the fact that he is going to allow his child to lead him. He said in the interview that he did on Ellen that their child, and he's talking about, when he said their child, he's speaking about himself and Gabrielle Union. He's dismissing Siouvaughn Funches Wade, their birth mother, who is still alive, who is still loving, who is still in her children's lives. He was married to this woman. He wasn't just a hit it and quit it, got her pregnant several times type of dude. They were in a marriage. He has completely disrespected this woman. And we already know Gabrielle Union has completely disrespected her. She could give a damn about this woman, and I'm just being honest. They have completely dishonored and disrespected and dismissed Siouvaughn Funches Wade, and it really hurts my heart. And that's why I'm speaking about this, because my spirit is leading me to just talk about this subject, that Gabrielle Union is wrong. She is not this child's parent. She is a step parent. They have their mother still alive, still capable of loving, still capable of parenting, still capable of being a mother, wants to be a mother. She fought for those children. She did not just fight for money. She fought fought for her children. Now, those people who just want to feel like, oh, she was just doing it because she wanted to get a check, man, miss me with that, because this woman was married to Dwyane Wade for many years. She was not just one of these groupies out here that got pregnant on a one-night stand, had a baby, and is taking the basketball player, football player, soccer player, whatever player to family court to get a bag for the next 18 to 24 years. It's not the same. I don't have respect for women who do that, so I'm not here to fight for those women like that, because you really need to be honorable over your body and not sell your soul for a check. So hoping that you get pregnant by somebody who is making money, I never have respected that. That's nothing new to me. But no, she was not fighting for a bag. She was not fighting for a check. She was fighting for her lives. And when I say lives, I mean that. I mean fighting for the lives of herself and her 3 children that she birthed in a marriage with Dwyane Wade. She's gone through a lot. I'll put links in the description for the interviews that she did many years ago, maybe about 7 or so years ago. And I would venture to believe that a lot of what their child, when I say their, I mean Dwyane Wade and Siouvaughn Funches Wade's child, is going through, has a lot to do with the breakup of their home and their marriage. I do believe Dwyane Wade loves his children. I'm not saying that he doesn't, but what I will say is that the love that he is expressing is pretty selfish, because you cannot just allow a child to do whatever they want to do, and then not only that, dismiss the other parent and not allow them to have a say in the situation. He is completely dismissed and dishonored and disrespected Siouvaughn Funches Wade in this situation, and he is wrong, and Gabrielle Union is wrong, and I am going to continue to pray for them because they need it. Some people would say they need something else. I'm not going to go there. I'll allow other people to share their thoughts and opinions on that, but I'm definitely going to continue to pray in this situation, because again, like I'm saying, I'm not saying that this child is not going to change its mind when they become 18 or 21 or 27 or 35. But I do believe that 12 years old is too early to be talking about making a life change that you cannot take back. I heard a story about a young girl who was being bullied in elementary school. I believe this child was 7 or 9 years old. And I'll put a link to that story in the description as well. But she was being bullied to the point that she killed herself. She hung herself in her closet at home. What child at that age is thinking about killing themselves? She made a decision. She didn't know what she was doing, but she made a decision that she can never take back. And that's what I am saying in this situation regarding Dwyane Wade and Siouvaughn Funches Wade's child, not Gabrielle Union's child, because that is not Gabrielle Union's child. I don't believe that they should allow their child to make a decision that they cannot take back. It's complete. It's permanent. I mean, as far as I know, I don't know a whole lot about that, but as far as I know, I don't believe there's a reversal in that. I believe Chaz Bono, who used to be Chastity Bono, Sonny and Cher's child, Cher gave birth to a little girl. Chaz is, he must be maybe in his 50s or 60s. I don't know at this time, but he's living his life as a male. But he said that he didn't feel right for many, many years, but he made that decision later on in his life, and he had a sex change. I guess that's what it's called. At least that's what it used to be called. Things are different now, so if there's another term for it, let me know in the comment section. I don't know. The last time I heard it was a sex change, but yeah, Chastity Bono became Chaz Bono, and he is longer a she. But he did it when he was an adult. And that's what my point is. I don't believe that Dwyane Wade is using wisdom. He's definitely not seeking God in this situation. And I'll tell you, if he was seeking God, then he definitely would be getting some different answers. But I'm not even going to go there right now. But what I will say is that he's seeking the comfort and the counsel of people that are not well versed in wisdom. They're not. He's going to the people that are, I guess, already in that life, living that life, instead of seeking counsel from other areas as well, because I'm here to say that those are not the only opinions that he should be seeking. So, and this is again my opinion, but I believe he's seeking the opinions of people that are just going to agree with what he's doing and cheer him on and pat him on the back and say, way to love your child, Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union. You guys do it. And Gabrielle Union is not that child's mother. So all of them are disrespectful. All of them. So those are just my thoughts. That's what the Spirit is leading me to talk about today. So yeah, Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union are wrong. And I have zero respect for them. I don't hate them, but I have zero respect for them. And I'm definitely going to continue to pray for them. And most importantly, pray for that child, pray for that child's siblings, and pray for that child's real mother, Siouvaughn Funches Wade. So thank you guys for joining me for this episode of the Being Beautifully Honest podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. And until the next episode, I am Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, here to share the Bible that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. And until next time, I hope you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.